Peace and blessings. This is Nubia I, the Rawful Goddess, the Womb Priestess and the Holistic Practitioner of the Blackberry Beauty Holistic Academy, Ancient African Healing for the Modern Sister. This is our fourth and final video for the intensive. It's all about the womb. And I want to first of all congratulate you all for making it this far. So we do have a little noise in the background. I believe that it'll end soon, and so we can get on with this video. So yes, so today is about doing something new, right? It's about, and when I say doing something new, it's not just doing something new like, you know, getting a manicure and pedicure if you never got one, or getting a makeup job, I don't know, if you never got one, or doing your hair in a different style. I mean, that's nice. Those things are wonderful, but I think they're still very cosmetic. When I talk about doing something new, I mean new for your womb, new for yourself. I mean doing something new that creates a pattern, a ritual, something that will last and stay with you forever or for as long as you need it. And I say as long as you need it because I remember when I first started doing the baths, and it's been over, what, 15 years now? It's been 15 years since I started doing the baths. And when I first started doing the baths, I first said to myself, and I'll explain what the baths are, but let me go with the story. I first said to myself, like, why have I never really taken this much time on a daily basis before? Like, it was to me the most amazing experience, and I couldn't understand why I would not do this for myself forever. And here I am 15 years later still taking the bath. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to create a ritual around the bath. I know many of you are taking it. And a ritual is something that you do at the same time all the time. So whether the same time is every day at 7 a.m., every week, every Friday at 7 a.m., or every month, every third Thursday at 7 a.m. It's whatever way you decide to do it. And so that's what I want you to do. I wanted to say it's time for everybody to start getting up at 4 a.m. But I know that that's not feasible for everyone because some people actually work at night. Some people just don't have that specific time, but they have another time. The time just has to be first of all, for those that can get up at 4, I am pushing you to get up at 4. So 4 is the number of the angels. 4 is when our melanin, our third eye, our pituitary gland is most open and ready to receive information from the divine. So it's actually, you know, pulling in the information from the divine and giving that information to you. So that's why this 4 a.m. is so special. If you know, even in other practices, other groups, other religions, they too get up at 4 a.m. to pray or to meditate. A lot of times too, on a practical level, it's actually really wonderful because usually it's before everybody else in the house gets up. And it's before you have to go to work, and it's before you have to do your daily routine. And it also is, it's a time to set the intentions for the day. You know how many of us wake up or say, I hope tomorrow will be a better day. I hope tomorrow will be a good day, as if we have to leave our good day in chance's hands as opposed to in our own, or in this case, our own mind, our own third eye. We can actually set an intention for the day that we want and how we want that day to be, just by getting up at 4 and visualizing our day. Also, it's not even so much about the visualizing by getting up at 4 and taking a bath. Hold on. It's not so much even the visualizing. The fact that you're up that early, you're getting downloads, remember, from spirit, messages that actually will tell you how to have that great day by following your intuition. Every day could be a great day if you followed your intuition. I mean, really. When was the last time that you designated an entire day to do only what Spirit told you to do? It means to follow intuition as soon as it comes to you, as soon as that thought or idea. Or maybe you have many thoughts or ideas during the day and you didn't know which one was intuition, which one was fear, which one was, you know, anticipation, nervousness, anxiety. So you couldn't decipher between the intuition and the fear. So when you're getting up at 4, for me, what I know is no matter what happens in that day, after I do my 4 to 6 a.m. ritual, I know it's perfect. Even if I remember one day I woke up, I designated, I said I'm going to do a 21 day, getting up at 4, taking my spiritual salt baths, and I'm going to do it for 21 days. I'll never forget, on the 7th day, I get up to take my daughter to school, and the car is gone. Somebody stole my car, my little junky Nissan Sentra, somebody stole it. And somebody would think, my God, well, I thought you said every time you get up at 4 a.m., whatever happens in that day is perfect. But it was perfect. I needed to get a new car. I was tinkling with that car. That car was falling apart on me, and it was a blessing in disguise, because it started me really thinking about how to get a new one, and eventually I did. So everything is perfect. But again, it's the attitude. What if I didn't do my meditation? I think that I would have fell apart right away. I ran upstairs. My neighbor said, I said, somebody took my car. She said, here's my keys. Take the baby to school. I'll pick her up later. I saw how much support I had in that moment. And maybe prior to that, I was thinking about or feeling like I didn't have a lot of support in my life. So it's always a blessing. So, but usually what I do is I set my intentions for the day, I visualize what I want, and more than that, I release the blockages to having that good day that we all so want and so hold dear to ourselves, right, and near to ourselves. So I want you to bath. Let's talk about the bath. I talked about it before. First, what is the bath? The bath is a bath where you actually add things to it that makes you feel relaxed, that makes you feel closer to spirit, that makes you feel like that kind of, remember that commercial back in the day, Calgon, take me away? Well, it's like spirit, take me away. So your bath could have sea salt, whether it's white sea salt or pink Himalayan sea salt. Your bath could have essential oils. That could be lavender, ylang-ylang, rose. It could be peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree oil. Depending on what you're feeling, do your research. You can do, or do what calls to you naturally. Or it could be anything that I did not name that you already have. Sandalwood, patchouli, something that resonates, jasmine. You know, it's endless, right? Also, a suggestion, do not take a bath with cinnamon oil or bergamot oil. They are too strong and they will burn you. So you want to stay away from those oils in the baths, but all the other ones I named are perfect. And then you want to start your bath. Maybe you want to burn a candle, put your sea salt in, your essential oils, and anything else. I like to add green spirulina or spirulina to my bath. Spirulina actually, first of all, it does the same thing as if I would take it internally, where it curbs my appetite. It makes my skin and my body glow. It makes me connected to nature and earth, and it's really a very uplifting. And I love the way it makes my skin feel. My skin, to me, feels very soft when I take a bath. So you get that together. Now, is the bath so important, or is the time that you get up each day important? I say both, but the time is actually most important, because there's times that I took a bath where I didn't have any sea salt, or I ran out of essential oils. So it doesn't really matter what you put in the bath. It's the meeting. It's that synchronicity. It's that consistency that builds momentum, right? So it's about the consistency. And the reason why you want to do it is for many reasons. It's going to release a lot of those internal things that you've been going through. We've been really working on the external by doing the castor oil packs, by doing the clay suppositories, but we really now want to work on the internal, and we need a place to do that. A lot of times if we're sitting on our couch, we're distracted. We're distracted by the things that's in the room, the picture on the wall. We're distracted by the children coming in, asking us to do something. We're distracted by the TV or the telephone ringing. But when you're in the bathtub, you actually lessen those distractions, because you're actually got the lights off. You don't usually bring your phone anywhere near water, so that's not going to happen. And if it's 4 in the morning, most likely no one's going to interrupt you. So this is why that time is so important, and that place is so important. And so you are in there, you're having no distractions, and you're really there to say, Spirit, I release and let go of all blockages that keep me from you. Spirit, I release and let go of all blockages that keep me from you. Spirit, I release and let go of all blockages that keep me from you. Once you develop this routine, this ritual, you will always want to do it. When do I do a bath? Sometimes I do a bath because I'm doing a 21-day challenge or a 40-day challenge or a 7-day challenge. So I'm suggesting that to you. I'm suggesting that you give yourself a challenge, a goal. You know, goals are wonderful. They're good for your spirit, your soul. They're good for your confidence, your courage. They improve those things. And make you feel like you can do, if you can do that, then I can do other things. So I'm going to offer a 7-day 4 a.m. challenge, or if you're doing it at night, a 7-day or 7 p.m. or whatever works for you, that you cannot skip a day. As a matter of fact, you got to do it for 7 days straight. If you skip a day, when you start the next day, you're starting back from 1 until you get that 7 days. What that does is, first of all, it shows you how much you neglect possibly yourself, or how much you put other people before you. Start seeing when you don't make the full 7 days straight, what was that distraction? Because basically that's your excuse. That's the thing you use to not do you. And if that thing keeps coming in the way, then that may be your very issue, something you have to deal with, of why this keeps becoming a distraction for me and what's the true meaning of it. See, so there's so many things in doing like 7-day challenges, because it lets you know where your weaknesses may be and how you can improve it. But more than that, why your weaknesses? Why do I have this weakness? What is it really representing? Is it representing me being afraid to move forward? Is it representing me sabotaging for fear of the future, of success? Is it representing me of sabotaging myself because I might actually get what I want? So this 4 a.m. is not just about 4 a.m. or whatever time you choose. It's about consistency, but it's also about a goal. Your goal is to go for 7. For those, if 7 is easy because you've been doing baths for a long time, then you go for 14. For those that are 14 are easy, then you go for 21 days. What's going to happen in 7, 14, or 21 days? You're going to be totally transformed. Usually, you will alleviate a lot of the pain associated with any womb issues, right? That's number 1. Also, you'll notice that your skin is softer. For us ladies, I said it before, I say it again. When we look beautiful, we feel beautiful, and we act beautiful. And we tend to connect and attract beautiful things to us. Also, you'll be closer to spirit. What you're doing is you're doing an exercise to listen, learn how to listen to your intuition, to decipher your intuition from fear. So you won't have to ask people, how do I know it's my intuition and not fear? How do I know if it's the right voice that's speaking to me? Because once you cultivate a conversation every single day with spirit, you're going to clearly know spirit's voice, something that you may not know today. You know what I want you to leave this particular intensive with is healing thyself by knowing thyself. I want you to have such a close relationship with spirit that no one and nothing else can tell you that it's not the right thing you're feeling. And I know that is developed over time, but this is a start in the right direction. Also, I want you to tell me, write it on the group page, what happened for you, what you experienced, what you noticed, what you learned, because it helps the other sisters understand why this thing is so spiritual, and why it's so profound, and why it's so healing. You know, it's the simplest thing that we can do. Most of us have bathtubs, some of us don't, but most of us do. And how we don't use that wonderful thing that we basically pay for because we have a home, we're paying rent, we're paying mortgage. Why don't we use it? You know, it's a sacred act. Another thing is, what I want you to do is start to really become one with your body. You know, really feel yourself in the bathtub. You know, feel your body. You know, feel your face as you wash it. Feel your neck. You know, feel that breast. Talk to that breast that may have cysts or tumors. You know, talk to that womb. You know, talk to the hips. You know, talk to the legs. You know, love your legs. Love your feet. So really take time to get in touch with your divine feminine. You know, to move a certain way and to flow and to be one with and to learn to love yourself. I think water has to represent the goddess. Water to me has to represent the female, because water to me has a fluidity, you know, a sensuality. And I feel like the more that you get into baths, the more that sensuality, that sexuality, that allure, that feeling of being people that alluring nature, that alluring vibration is all around you. See, the thing is, I truly believe that it's all about the womb, which means it's all about your femininity. In the next intensive, the April intensive, it's all about the womb part 2, ultimate self-care, the art of doing nothing. We're going deeper into the womb. We're going deeper into the womb. For those that didn't hear the conference call or missed it, and we do have another one on April 1st, so be there for that on Wednesday. And for those that missed it, I'm really saying to you that I understand that we need more, that this subject is huge, and we have to go deeper. And now we're going to go into how do I maintain this lifestyle? How do you, Nubia, do the baths? And how do you, Nubia, do go out to the ocean and do what you do? And how is that helping you become who and what you are? Well, the baths is the beginning of it. It's your chance to allow spirit to whisper to you, to talk to you, to love you. And at the end of the week, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, depending on the challenge that you're taking, I want you to purchase something for yourself. So let's say that at the end of the first week, let's say you're doing the 21 days. At the end of the first week, you might want to buy a crystal. Maybe your old crystal has done all the work she needs to do, and she's inviting you to bring in a new crystal. Or maybe you'll buy a metaphysical book, or maybe you'll buy a new journal, maybe you'll buy a piece of jewelry, maybe some sacred jewelry, or maybe you'll take yourself to the beach or lay in the sun, maybe you'll take yourself on a mini vacation. Whatever it is, I want you to do something for yourself each week, and if you do only the first week, then really do something lovely for yourself. But it has to be about your divine feminine. What we're going to go into in our next session, part 2, is we're digging deep. We're going to dig very deep into our femininity. As you notice, we're going to talk about, first of all, we're going to talk about colors of the day to bring you closer to your femininity. We're going to talk about fabrics and the way clothes feel on your body. We're really going to delve into that part that I think a lot of us as women, and sometimes particularly as black women, I think that we may have lost that softness. We may have lost that allure, that alluring nature. We may have lost that kind of, not sexiness. I think black women have no problem being sexy, although I think that that's an issue on a deeper level for many of us. I don't know if we know how to be sensual. And that is by allowing other people to help us, accepting compliments easily. Like, we're going there. We're going to talk about how being a woman is everything. The tone of our voice, the way we look at other people, our body language, everything. We're really going to go into that on a deeper level, and it's all by observing nature. The more we observe the way nature moves, the way that, like I said in one video, the way that those roses that I'm looking at right now and that tree smell is how I feel. And if I say that to you, your mind knows the fragrance of beautiful roses. Wouldn't you like to feel like the roses smell? The way the wind blows, even though you can't see it, it is especially if it's a warm breeze. The way that breeze feels is how I am, is who I am. Now, can you imagine being like a warm breeze to describe yourself to somebody else? Imagine meeting a brother and you ain't meet him though, but you're talking on the phone and he's saying, describe yourself. I am a warm breeze. What? Just think about that. I am a warm breeze. It's like how that sun feels against your skin, how the warmth of that sun, how that sun turns your skin darker, how that sun actually illuminates your skin. That's who you are. You're illuminating light. But we so disconnected from nature, we forget that we are it. And we forget to sway and to move and to laugh and to be joyful, to be happy. We think that mean mugging, we think that, putting on our poker face is keeping the undesirables away, but it's also keeping the desirables away as well. And so we're going to really move into that. But the baths are the beginning of that deep sensuality. The baths are the beginning of that sexuality, sensuality. The baths are the beginning of really being part of, like, really highlighting the womb. Like, I really want to say this, I'm getting excited, the womb is soft as a kitten. The womb is she laughs like a little girl. The womb is excited and joyful and happy. Can you imagine how much younger you would look and appear if you actually took that much time on the womb? That's what the next intensive is. But this last part of getting up at 4 and doing your 4 a.m. ritual is the segue into the next intensive. This is the real thing. And it's not just taking a bath when you're feeling bad, although that'll help, or sad or mad or anything, or even taking a bath when you just want to relax. We're talking about taking a bath as a beauty ritual. We're talking about taking a bath as a spiritual ritual. We're talking about taking a bath to solidify our femininity, to honor and bow to and prostrate to our divine femininity. This is it. The womb will open up now. She will talk to you. She will give you many divine messages. All you have to do is listen. So yes, you're going to continue to journal. You're going to continue to do your goddess pledges. You're going to continue to read any of the books that you had. And you're going to continue to communicate with the other women about your experiences in the bath. I know already that some of you have started the 4 a.m. and some of you have already gotten into the bathtub. And I'm excited to hear about it. I'm going to go back on the group page and read. I just saw a little bit, but I didn't get a chance to read it yet. And so I'm going to do that too. I am transforming with you. I am transforming as much as you are. And when we get into this next intensive, the second part of this session, we gonna fly, ladies. We're gonna fly like on the wings of Ma'at, our mother, who guides us, who loves us, who protects us. And I want that. I want you to feel that. And I want you to come out this spring and come out this summer. Your life is going to change in ways it already has that you never imagined. And I want to be a guidepost, that's it, on this journey to you. This is Nubia, I, the Rawful Goddess, the Womb Priestess and the Holistic Practitioner of the Blackberry Beauty Holistic Academy, Ancient African Healing for the Modern System. I want to thank you for being this intensive. I want to thank you, and I'll thank you even more. We still have our last conference call. It's from, I think it's 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, April 1st, and you can check me on that. I hope that's April 1st, it's Wednesday, but I know it's April 1st, and I know it's on a Wednesday, so be there. Love you. Peace.